It's Sandy Parker, and welcome to Crafting for Almost Everyone. I decided I was going to make another wreath, but this is for a lady that's in a nursing home, and I thought it would be nice if I made something paper that they would be able to toss after they're done. So I bought this little wooden circle that, I guess it's not really wood, it's called a floral craft ring, and it's a 6-inch one, and I bought it at Michael's. I'm pretty sure it was Michael's, and it was very inexpensive, maybe $1 on sale, or when they were having a bargain. And I have this paint, this tempera paint. I spelled it wrong in the last video, but anyway, I have this that I bought from Dollar Tree. As you know, I love it, and I'm just going to squirt a bunch of it around because my paper is red and gold, and I just want to have a background color that matches it. So I'm going to just do this as quickly as possible and get it slapped around there. Not looking for accuracy so much as just getting our ring covered with this painty stuff. This paint, I don't know really what the point of this is. It doesn't really, maybe it's in the name. I don't know what tempera paint is, but it doesn't really cover. It's not really, in the tube it looks really, really red, but in reality it's seriously not red. It's mostly just glitter. So if you're ever buying this at the Dollar Tree and you think you're going to cover something with it, don't get excited about it, because you're not really covering it so much as just adding a little bit of red tint and some glitter. Just a word to the wise. So I'm going to let this side dry, and then we'll come back and I'll paint the whole thing, and then we'll come back and then do our wreath. So I cut my paper into, it's a 12-inch long paper pack, and I cut it into 3/4 of an inch across strips. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wrap them around like this. But some of these, when I cut them, they got a little bit fuzzy on the edge. So what I like to do with those is I just take, this is a nail file, and I just kind of do that on the edges, and it takes that off. So in case you have that happen to you, that's how you get rid of it. Then I'm going to just take and make sure that it's even at the bottom, or as even as I can make it, like that. And then I'm going to put some this art glitter glue, my other glue that I've been using in my really nice little dispenser, in my little fine tip applicator. I lost the pin to go in the fine tip applicator, and then it glued itself shut. So then I found the pin, but now I have to figure out a way to put it back together. These are the things that happen. You know what I'm saying? Not sure if they happen to everybody else, but they definitely happen to me. Okay. Then, after you've done that, you can see it's nice and straight at the bottom. We're going to, once they're dry, we're going to cut a notch out of the bottom. I'm going to use this punch, but I'm going to show you how to do it without a punch, so that you can easily just cut those notches yourself. So we'll do it both ways, so you have the system intact. So most people don't use, I don't think they use those punches most of the time, but if you do, if you're like me and you're lazy and want to use a punch, do it. I'm just going to show you a few of these, and then I'm going to overlap like that. You want to overlap your papers because you don't want your underneath part to show, your wreath. More. So I don't know if you can see how those two are overlapped like that. We're just going to continue on our path. So you're going to put a little bit more glue toward the bottom. We want to make sure we have this really well adhered, and take your two ends up and meet them like this. It's kind of the easiest way to do it, and then pull it over the other one like that, and then we'll on to the next one. One more, and that ought to do it. Oops. I'm also going to get I have all kinds of red baubles that I can glue onto the gold. I think I need to do something because I don't think that gold paper is frisky enough. You know what I mean? Gotta have some frisky going on when you're doing a wreath. These are really fun to do if you have kids because there's nothing involved that they could hurt themselves with. I don't think, other than the paper punch at the end where you're gonna, if you were gonna use scissors. Okay, let me go grab my baubles and I'll be back. All you're gonna do is you're gonna cut from the right side and the left side into the center, like that. You're gonna make a little V in the center. If they're not all exactly the same, that's not a big deal because this is a handmade wreath. Handmade wreaths should be handmade. It shouldn't be perfect. Alright, so let me finish trimming all these into the middle and then I'll come back and we'll do the bow and we'll be finished. Well, we gotta do our baubles too. So hopefully you can see all the ends are cut off of it now. They're all in little V's, inverted V's. So I thought what I would do is take these little pearls. I thought they kind of matched. Well, they'll just fly everywhere, as they always do when I do anything like this. And I thought I would try to put some of these on the paper that's gold, because I thought the gold just needed something. We'll just give it a shot, see if it looks stupid, and if it looks stupid, then we won't do it. I'm only going to show you a little bit of this too, because I don't want you to have to watch 1,000 hours of me making a wreath with just putting little pearls on. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue on and just do all of the gold ones with a little bit of bling on it. So I'll be back. I decided what I was going to do is add this deer to the front of my wreath, but I haven't laid it down yet. And I liked the idea of adding this little bell to him because he has these three little jingle bells that came with it. But I thought it'd be fun to have like a cowbell. I know it doesn't make sense with a deer, but I thought it'd be frisky. So that's what I'm gonna do. I have a very thin wire that I'm just gonna twist around a few times, and then I'll snip that off. And I might put a little ribbon on his neck too, so that he has, you know, a little bit more glamour. No, it's a he. He has hair. He has horns. I'm a country girl. I should know these things, right? I'll just slide it under there, hopefully, if I can. There we go. I made it really long because I'm going to do little rabbit ears. Now, if you're making a bow and your bow material, like let's say you're using a satiny bow, and you just can't get your bow material to make a tight knot, what I recommend you doing is putting a little bit of glue there in the center, and then that'll make it so that you can tighten it and glue it down. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue right on my, I don't know if you can see that, I put it on the bow, and then I'm going to pull my knot a little bit like that just to get it in there. Okay, so I put 2 layers of foam tape on him, and I glued the foam tape to the deer, and I'm also going to glue the foam tape. I probably glued it in the wrong spots. Obviously that wasn't the smartest thing. I'm trying to think about where I should glue this. What do you think of that? So then all I need to do is I had to add one more strip in because I changed my mind about having the hanger in the back. So I just need to put some more of those little dots on there. Well, there it is. I added the pearls up the sides on each of the center of the beige or goldish colored the strips, and I like the deer. I think it came out fine, and I hope that the lady I'm making it for likes it. Again, it's going to go into a nursing home on her door, and I didn't want it to be too big or too cumbersome, so I think this is about the right size. The sheets of paper, this is a 6-inch disc, and these are 6 inches long before I cut the banner parts out of them, so it shouldn't be that big on the door. I hope you enjoyed this, that you'll give it a try. Please give this a thumbs up and subscribe. Tell one friend about me on social media because you know I love that. And thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.